Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Chicagoland Speedway to qualify for the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. And right when we're done here with the ARCA Series, we're going to be here to qualify for the Turkey Hill Truck Series. So we got ourselves a full slate of racing from the Chicagoland Speedway this weekend, and it starts on this Wednesday evening because tomorrow evening is when the ARCA race will be on a Thursday night, and then the trucks will be Friday night right here on Napa Fan. Chicagoland a little bit earlier in the schedule this year, and that's because in real life the real Chicagoland weekend moved up to mid-June, so that's why it's going to be race number 7 respectively for ARCA and the Turkey Hill Truck Series. This is definitely one of our favorite races of the season. It's the first mile-and-a-half racetrack for the ARCA guys. I think it's going to end up being the 4th for the Turkey Hill Truck Series guys. So, first time these guys have been on the basic 1.5 miles for the ARCA Series, but it's going to be anything but basic tomorrow night for these guys in the Scott 150. It's going to be a pretty fun race, and we're looking forward to see who gets it done. Carter Friesen post a 31.82. So we'll have to see how that stands with everybody else. Isaac Redmond coming out into the racetrack right there. There's Nathan Stapleton in the number 15 defending champion. Try to find our points leader on the racetrack, see if he has come out yet, and I don't know if he has or not. That is Ryan Kinghart right there in the number 66, has a 3-point lead ahead of the number 9 of Fisher G coming into this race. Julius Anderson right there is only 8 points behind. How about Dylan Young? He's now 4th in the points. He won at Toledo 2 weeks ago, and now he's only 17 points off the points lead. And then Adam Pinchon is now the guy who's 5th in the points. He's only 18 points off the points lead. So both Dylan Young and Adam Pinchon have been ultra consistent so far. Fastest guy in town right now is the 34 machine of Jonathan Wong, but it just changed to Nathan Stapleton, who got a very fast time. Juan Garcia to 2nd, but nobody is gonna... Oh, never mind. Trey Wright just closed up and surpassed him, and now the 10 machine of Julio Cesar is 2nd. And we're getting some fast times now as these drafts start to take place. Jonathan Wong back to the top in the number 34. Trey Wright is 4th, with Julio Cesar now 3rd as Stapleton goes back to the top of the board. He was drafting off of Julius Anderson, but right behind him, Juan Garcia takes the top back, and then Jonathan Wong again. That number 34 is fast here at Chicagoland, so watch out for him tomorrow night in this 20-lap event. And watch out for Adam Pinchon, because he just went to the top of the board, drafting behind Tyler Markell. Very good run for Pinchon, only 18 behind Ryan Kinghart in the point standings. Kinghart is right now 9th fastest. Juan Garcia back to the top of the board in the number 8 machine. There he is. And now Jonathan King. The 32 of Jonathan Logan go 1-2 with Trey Bartow in the 3rd position. It's a pretty good place for Trey Bartow. If I'm not mistaken, he's won in the Turkey Hill Series and in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series here. I think he's won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series here. I could be wrong about that, though. I'm not 100% sure. He's right now 4th fastest. Our points leaders went... Well, actually, Bartow just took that back from him. Bartow is now 3rd fastest. Then the 41 of Matthew Phillips. Then our points leader, Ryan Kinghart. Great run for Bartow there in the number 18. 52 of Adam Lewis. We really haven't talked about Lewis too much this season. He is now the 4th fastest guy in town, but Jonathan King still holds on to the fastest time here in Scott 150 qualifying. Jonathan Logan, Trey Bartow, Adam Lewis. The 28 of Isaac Redmond right there is 5th fastest. Matthew Phillips, Thomas Troxel, our points leader, Ryan Kinghart. The 55 machine, haven't talked about him too much this season. That's Ace Garcia. He was in the top 10. He got pushed out. 02 of Erica Douglas is now 7th fastest, and the 2 machine of Nick Kennedy is 8th. Number 99, holding on to the fastest time. I don't know if anybody's going to beat it either. It's him and Jonathan Logan. Two Jonathans on the front row for the Scott 150, the way it's looking right now. But either way, this weekend, the ARCA race is shorter than the truck race, as it normally should be. And we'll have to see what goes down tomorrow night and Friday night for these guys. So, Turkey Hill Truck Series is going to be Friday night for quite a while until Texas World. We're not going to have another Saturday morning race until December for these guys, for any of these guys, I should say, and that'll be a Texas World for the Turkey Hill Truck Series. After Chicagoland this weekend, we go to Iowa, then we go to Armory Digital, and then that's the end of the month, basically, because it's only a 30-day month, and December 1st is when we'll be going to Texas World for the truck guys. But for these guys, they're ready to go for tomorrow night, Scott 150, with Jonathan King, the guy who will lead them to the green flag, Jonathan Logan alongside him. Great run for Trey Bartow, Adam Lewis, Isaac Redman, Matthew Phillips, Erica Douglas, Thomas Troxel, Nick Kennedy, and points leader Ryan Kinghart, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right here. We actually have a tie between Bartow and Lewis. I believe Bartow will get it on the 52. We'll have to check in the point standings for that one. Other than that, that is how they will line up. I do not see any other ties, so we should be good to go for tomorrow night, Scott 150. 20 laps of action here from the Chicagoland Speedway in the NOFSRL ARCA Racing Series, presented by Krispy Kreme. Now it's time for the truck guys to hit the racetrack. See who gets the pole for the American Ethanol E15 225 for Friday night's event in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Congratulations to Jonathan King on the pole for the Scott 150. Hello, everybody. This is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying for race number 7 in season number 5 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series. We are here at the Chicagoland Speedway for the American Ethanol E15 225 Friday night. Keep on messing myself up with this schedule. We're qualifying on Wednesday night. We're racing Friday night here from the Chicagoland Speedway for these guys, and it should be a good one, as it always is from the Chicagoland Speedway in the Truck Series. We've been going to Chicagoland ever since the series began back in season number 1, but for the first time ever, it's in the first half of the season and not the second half, so a little bit of a change in the schedule this year, but we're looking forward to it, and it's going to be a good one here for a 30-lap race on Friday night. Noah Clifton's the first guy out on the racetrack. And he has been doing a pretty good job as of late, racking up some pretty good finishes for that DGR Crosley team. We'll have to see what he can do. There's Matt Dallio. He's won a cup race here before at the Chicagoland Speedway. Daniel McMillan in the 52. There's Matt Tuck in the 51. Don't think Matt Tuck's won here before. For some reason, I think he did, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't won here before. Don't know why I'm thinking that. John Hart, and the guy who's behind him is the points leader. These two guys are top 2 in the points coming into this event. Andrew Ross, 181 points towards the championship. John Hart only 10 points behind. And John Hart has had a very solid season in this 05 machine for J-Wong Racing. 5 top 10s. Last season in the Truck Series, John Hart did not even get a top 10 until, I think, the second half of the season. And now he already has 5 of them in the first 6 races. So definitely a polar opposite season for John Hart this year compared to last. We'll have to see what he can do in this qualifying session and in the race on Friday night. There's Gatlin Downey in the 55. Currently the fastest guy out there is Noah Clifton. He was the first guy out there as well. A couple guys I'd like to mention, Michael Cantor in the 67 is now tied for 4th in the points with Garrett Sinor. He's only 31 points behind Andrew Ross for the points lead, so there is a mathematical chance for Michael Cantor to take the points lead away on Friday night. And we'll try to focus in on Garrett Sinor, trying to find him, and I think that's him right there. No, that's Matthew Brown. We got a lot of blue trucks out here. Friesen guys look the same, and then you got Joe Rakowski in the blue machine, Mitchell Collins, I should say, in the 08. They're all in blue schemes. With the number 16 of Garrett Sinor, I think he's yet to get out on the racetrack. There he is. And he comes into this event only 31 points behind as well. It's been a very solid season for him. And it has pretty much been a year since his last Napa fan victory as well, and he'd love to get one. It was this truck in real life who won at Chicagoland earlier this year, so maybe the Ettore Racing Enterprises team will get it done on Friday night. We're just going to have to see. Right now, fastest guy in town is Alexander Rowe. It's been a while for Alexander Rowe getting a win here on Napa Fan. He's another one of those guys looking for another W. Matt Dallio, second fastest. He's got the same story for him as well, but there's Alexander Rowe in the 83. And he's currently holding on to the fastest time here in qualifying. Matt Dallio is, Matt Dallio is not in the 79. He's in the 79 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, but not in the 79 here. That's actually Chris Tejada who was second. But now it's the 36 machine. And number 36 to the top of the board. That is Jaden Scott with the fastest time. Pretty sure Jaden Scott won a race in the ARCA Series last year. Can't remember where it was, but been trying to get that GL Racing team up on its feet. They've had a tough season so far with Joe Rutkowski and Jackson Bell, the other two drivers. Kind of a relatively young team. Not a lot of those guys have a lot of Napa fan experience, so not too much of a surprise there, but they're trying, and they got the only time under 30 seconds right now here in qualifying. Looking pretty good. Daniel McMillan the second, Chris Tejada, Michael Canto, Johnny Gardner, Nicholas Samadio, Joe Rutkowski, Jackson Bell, Audra Baranowskis. She is only 19 points off the points lead coming to this race, and Noah Clifton make up the top 10 running order in qualifying at the moment. And we're going to be closing in on the last minute or so of this session, so you got to get a fast time in now if you're going to have any shot. Nicholas Samadio aborting in the pit lane right there. That's going to mess up Tristan Allen's time. So if he had a fast lap there, it did not show it on the leaderboard because he got slowed up at the end of that lap. Gatlin Downey, top of the board now in the number 55. A very fast time for the AG Autosport driver. And he knocks off Jaden Scott from the top position. We got a very large pack right here. Watch out for Cameron Garlington. He might draft up on Ryan Durrani here and possibly get a fast time. Might want to watch for him here. Maybe on this lap, possibly, if he can complete this lap. Because he's a little ways behind this pack. If he closes right in, he'll get a fast time. But I think this might be the end of the session. And it will be. Gatlin Downey with the pole from Chicagoland for the American Ethanol E15 225. He'll start alongside Jaden Scott on the front row. Daniel McMillan and Mitchell Collins in row number 2. Emily Anderson with the 5th starting position alongside Chris Tejada. Michael Canto and Johnny Gardner. Eli Bright and Joe Rutkowski. The top 10 for Friday night's race here on Napa Fan. That'll premiere at 6 p.m. Eastern Friday night for the American Ethanol E15 225. 30 laps of action here from the Chicagoland Speedway. And somebody failed to get a time in. We'll have to figure out who that was. But Matt Dallio is the slowest guy who clocked in a time. Garrett Sonora's back in there. A lot of those guys back in the field. Our points leader, Andrew Ross, will be starting 28th. Not quite what he wanted to see. John Arndt not starting too far ahead of him either. So a lot of the guys who are up there in the points, with the exception of Michael Canto, are starting pretty deep in the field for tomorrow night's event. We'll just have to see how it all goes down. Friday night. I keep on saying tomorrow night. It's not going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be Friday night. Please don't pay attention to anything I say because I can't pay attention to what I'm saying myself. Congratulations to Gatlin Downey for winning the pole from the Chicagoland Speedway. We'll see you guys Friday night for the truck race. Tomorrow night for the ARCA race here from the Chicagoland Speedway. Both premiering at 6 p.m. Eastern on their respective days. I will see you guys later.